Okay, everybody, welcome to another edition of WCW 2002. It's the second week of the road to Superbrawl, and let's see what happens. Okay, first off, we've got a pre-show match where Chris Harris and James Storm defeat Emerson Miller and Norman Snyder in 10:01. When Storm pins Miller by pinfall, 47D. Again, pre-show match, just to get people on the show and working. Fortunately, I really don't have a lot for Miller and Smiley to do. Nothing wrong with them. I just don't have any great angles for them. So, you know. But anyway, Storm Horse Scare win, pre-show. Soon enough, they might get their chance on the actual show. They're just not quite ready overness-wise yet. Then we got a six-man match. This is basically the partners of everybody not in the six-way number one contenders match later on the actual show tonight for the tag titles. So in the pre-show match, Kid Romeo, Reno, and Sean Stasiak defeat Air Paris, Fit Finlay, and Conan in 14:34 when Stasiak defeats Finlay by pinfall in 14:34. Well, Conan isn't Alex Wright's partner, but Dustin Rhodes has something else to do on this show. Anyway, 57C minus. Again, perfectly fine match, but no use to having these guys wrestle on the show when their partners are already in a big six-man match to open things up. Okay, to actually open things up, we've got O'Haire coming out, explain why he helped DDP. You know, it's your basic face reason. You know, he grew up, wanting to be a part of this business. So, he was a fan of Horsemen when he was a kid, just like anybody else. But, they're beating down somebody who's doing nothing wrong, so he had to come out and help them out. Then comes out, Flair and Kanyon with Johnny Lawler. They do Flair and Kanyon thing. Kanyon makes fun of O'Haire of being a natural-born thriller, and losing his partner at Starrcade. Ric Flair, woo, says, where's Kimberly? Maybe she's in my bed. Ric Flair things. Again, he does Ric Flair. Anyway, Johnny Lawler helped Kanyon. 91A, they set up a tag match for later tonight. And DDP was awesome. He probably talks about Ric Flair. You're going to do something. Instead of you're going to feel a bang tonight instead of what you usually do after the shows at the Marriott or something like that. So in the six-man match, we've got Alex Wright defeating Cash, Elix Skipper, Jason Jett, Mark Jindrak, and AJ Styles in 7 minutes when Alex Wright defeats Elix Skipper by submission with an STF. So yeah, 61C, solid match. Alex Wright gets the win, but the important part is next. So Alex Wright is in the ring. He's celebrating. He takes the mic, and then he surprises everyone by saying that he and Dustin Rhodes, they had a good run, but all things must end. So that's why at Superbrawl, instead of Dustin Rhodes, his partner will be Rey Mysterio Jr. Crowd shocked. Alex Wright leaves. Everybody's kind of confused. The announcers talk about what's going on here. 58C minus. So then we've got sort of a surprise as Juventud Negura defeats former Cruiserweight champion Kazuyashi in 6:01 with the Dragon Suplex. Probably kind of out and out. Kaz is dominating with his submission styling, but then just Kaz or Juvi rolls away. Of probably some flying maneuver, hits the Dragon Suplex real quick, which Juventud Negura Dragon Suplex in 2002. Probably not the safest thing, but anyway, he gets the pin. 58C minus, solid match. Got the crowd buzzing. And then, Kaz is upset, and he just locks the Kaz mission on Juvi real quick before the referee and various officials come down and break it up. Not the best angle, because neither of these guys are really over, but it was a quick, 2-minute angle to get over the fact that Kaz is upset. Then backstage, okay, didn't place this the best, but oh well. We've got Tajiri backstage. He runs into the Young Dragons, who both won last week, and he just smiles at them and taps the belt. He does that sort of sick, evil smile he did in ECW and WWF, and he just taps the belt and then walks away. 52D plus, and this sort of sort of sets up a title match, maybe, or who knows. Still 2 weeks to Superbrawl. Then we got, Palumbo comes out. He said, Bischoff signed him up for a tag match. The Steiners may have thought he didn't have a partner, but instead he has a surprise, and that's somebody who, has a little time to do nothing since his partner is currently out for a month, and that's Animal. So, pop for Animal. Crowd kind of shocked. Hawk's out for a month because, well, he's on the drugs. So this gives something to do, animal to do for the week. Anyway, Steiners, are surprised in ring. They freak out. Anyway, 69C plus, solid segment. Continues the Steiners versus Palumbo angle that started last week. Then in the actual match, oh wow, okay, this is actually a lot better than I thought. Anyway, so Chuck Palumbo and Road Warrior Animal defeat Scott Steiner, Rick Steiner when Palumbo defeats Rick Steiner by pinfall. So sort of your back and forth match. Steiner's going crazy. Rick Steiner's sort of in the ring at the end. Maybe Road Warrior, threw Scott out, and then Palumbo is able to hit the jungle kick and get the pin. As you expect, not enough selling shown. Weird in a match with the Steiners and Road Warrior Animal. I'm shocked. Scott Steiner got 100 because of course he did. Palumbo got a 55. Not the best. Not the best. But 75B minus match because Steiner got 100 because Jesus. And Animal got a 46 because he's old. Anyway. And then Steiner and Palumbo brawl over the ring, and it sort of ends with Palumbo sending Scott through a ringside table. To sort of get him over as, a badass who can actually stand a chance against Scott Steiner, because I can imagine, casual fans and smart fans kind of thinking this is just a mini feud for Scott before it gets back in a main event feud. But, who knows? Yeah, ADB, perfectly good angle. Then we got backstage segment. So this starts out with Dustin and Wright, in a heated argument. Wright explains there's nothing wrong. He still totally respects Dustin, but he has to walk his own path. So that's why he's Ray Jr. to be his own partner. Dustin, and Dusty talk sort of whispering each other, and then just walk away. And then Ray Jr. comes over, stare down for a minute with Wright, and then they nod and shake hands. So it's official. 74B minus. Solid angle. Good stuff. And then we've got Billy Kidman defeating Shane Douglas in 10 minutes with the Shooting Star Press. 73B minus. This is a result of last week when Jarrett and Douglas and Jarrett beat him up. So then after the match, we've got Jarrett running over Kidman with the U.S. title, and then a beatdown on Kidman by the both of them. 74B minus, and this just continues the setup to the U.S. title match at Superbrawl. Then Storm and Awesome are backstage with a promo, and they just sort of laugh at the idea of Ray Jr. beating them, because they've never teamed together. Wright's already failed. Ray Jr.'s Ray Jr. Insert puny short joke here from Awesome, and they're the best tag team in WCW, and they're just going to run over everybody. 63C, Storm and Awesome aren't the most charismatic guys, but I like their spot as sort of badass tag team. Then in our semi-main event tonight, Vampiro defeat Dustin Rhodes in 7:42 with the nail in coffin. Again, just straightforward match. Dustin does his brawl thing. Vampiro fights him off, and then just hits nail in the coffin. Probably after a nut shot or an eye rake. Not a perfectly clean win, but as clean a win as a top heel is going to get. Yeah, so after that, we've got Vampiro going to go for another nail in the coffin on the chair, but Booker T runs down and just, chases him off. 87B plus, just, quick angle to build things for the pay-per-view match in 2 more weeks at Superbrawl. Contact your pay-per-view provider that existed in 2002 now. And then this is sort of the after that, so Booker holds the title up, leaves, and then, Dustin is finally getting to his feet, and then out of nowhere, super kick by Shane Helms. And, Dustin is wiped out again. Helms, celebrates, points at Dustin. Looks like Helms is his next, legend to target. 71B minus. Okay, and then we go backstage. Steiner just blows into Bischoff's office. He wants Palumbo at Superbrawl, and Bischoff's like, okay, fine, I'll get the contract signed. Yeah, ADB, just a straightforward segment. And then in our main event, Ric Flair and Kanyon defeat Diamond Dallas Page and Sean O'Haire in 12:19 when Flair got the pin on Page by pinfall after using a foreign object. So, this is just your classic straightforward. Ric Flair hits Page with a brass knucks or roll of quarters and gets the pin. In ring, O'Haire got a 62, Page got a 75, Flair got a 66, and Kanyon got a 90. Wow, 77B, like really good main event. And then in a post-match brawl, so basically celebration. Maybe they go for a beatdown, but eventually like DDP and O'Haire fight back, and then at the end, DDP hits a diamond cutter on Flair, and then O'Haire gets a Widowmaker on Kanyon and things, and then they celebrate. 90A, really good things to finish things off, just to make sure the baby faces don't look like total geeks. And then to end the show, we have a 83B plus, really solid show. Can't complain. Build-up continues towards Superbrawl. We've got a lot of our angles set up. Still need to figure out who's going to be the who's going to face Tajiri for the Cruiserweight title and some other matches. But you can sort of see where things are going from here. Let's see if you've got anything interesting in the email. No, just the typical stuff. Okay, Marty Jannetty's injured. I don't know why I should care about that. Let's look at WF Raw's War real quick. Again, 89A, and yeah, another Austin and Triple H versus Kanyon Taker match. Wow, great booking, guys. Great booking. Oh, that's Angle defeated. Okay, so Angle hit him with such a big angle slam, his shoulder got injured. Cool. Yeah, not really that much interesting there. Nothing else really happening. So yeah, 2 weeks till Super Brawl. Just continue to build things up. So give me a like, give me a comment, subscribe if you like it. Tell me what you don't like. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you want to see more of, less of, and everything else. Talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Adios.